The first Academy Awards presentation was held on May 16th, 1929, 91 years ago. Since then, a whole slew of things have happened. I'm talking World War II, the Cold War, the Civil Rights Movement, the 9/11 attacks, and more recently, the worldwide pandemic COVID-19. However, in the 91 years since the Academy Awards were first held, not a single animated film has ever won Best Picture. In fact, an animated movie wasn't even nominated for Best Picture until Beauty and the Beast in 1991, a good 70 years after the Best Picture's conception. So, why? What is it about animated films that just don't seem to get the recognition that live action pictures do? In this video, I'm going to explain why I personally believe that animated movies have never won Best Picture, and why potentially, in the near future, that might change. So you might be thinking, what do I care about it?
Don't care.
The Academy Awards are just a bunch of film professionals patting themselves on the back, it's worthless. And while yes, it is a bunch of professionals patting themselves on the back, that's what an award show is. But if you've clicked on this video, I'm going to bet that you like animated movies. Really, who doesn't? And I think that it's imperative right now to say that if you win Best Picture, you completely legitimize yourself and the type of movie that was created. Take the most recent Best Picture winner for example, Parasite. This movie has single-handedly opened up the masses to watching foreign films, and of course not everyone's going to watch foreign films because of Parasite, but the selling of Parasite to the Academy also came with the selling of Bong Joon-ho, who made the incredible point of overcoming the 1-inch barrier of subtitles. There's going to be a generation of young filmmakers in South Korea and likely throughout the world that are going to be inspired into a life of making movies because of this one beautiful, exhilarating movie. It proves to them that they can do it. It proves to them that anything is possible. It proves that foreign films in other languages can make it big. The same rule applies to animated movies, and this is going to be the first reason why animated movies have never won Best Picture. And that's because people assume that because it's a family picture, that means it's for children. Animation simply doesn't get the respect of live action because children are more drawn into animation, and the Academy can't let something that children watch win Best Picture. Have you ever told your friends that you're watching a show, and they might assume it's just for children because it's animated? There's a good chance you have because it happens quite frequently. The problem, however, lies in the fact that animated movies haven't ever won Best Picture because they haven't been legitimized, and they can't be legitimized as high art cinema if they don't win Best Picture. Now, this is the time in the video that I need to remind our audience that anime exists. And before you start writing in the comments, I'm not a weeb. I just happen to like a few of their movies. I don't really watch any of the shows, but some of their movies are quite good. Now, in Japan, anime is the leading force of media. Animation isn't just for children, it's for everyone. The West has never really accepted animation as a form of media for both adults and children. And since its conception, not a single anime has ever been nominated for Best Picture, which is just a travesty. How did Spirited Away not get nominated, at least nominated, for an Academy Award, let alone win, but at least nominated? It's fantastic. And it was never nominated. If we in the West adopt an Eastern style of acceptance of animation, maybe in the future something might happen, but these days it just doesn't exist. We do not respect our animation as much as we respect our live action, and that's okay. But when you're trying to legitimize something such as animation, it is a bit of a kick in the teeth. However, this isn't just down to the public perception of animated movies, it's also down to the criteria of movies that win Best Picture. Let's take a stroll down memory lane and look at some of the most recent Best Picture winners. We have Parasite, Green Book, Moonlight. All of these movies are quite highly political, whether it be about class, race or sexuality. In more recent times, politics play a big part in winning Best Picture, both inside the movie and also within the Academy. There's a reason why, say, Endgame, the highest grossing movie of all time, didn't win Best Picture. It didn't even get nominated last year. It's because yes, it is a spectacle of a movie, a true action blockbuster, but it didn't say anything outside of making a statement on the use of power, teamwork and responsibility. It wasn't gritty enough, it wasn't something the Academy gravitates towards. Superheroes is a completely different thing, the Academy hates them, but that's for a different day, a different video. Anyways, even within the 3 animated movies that have been nominated for Academy Awards, those being the aforementioned Beauty and the Beast in 1991, as well as Up in 2009 and Toy Story 3 in 2010. Perhaps aside from Up being about grieving and fulfillment of dying wishes, none of those other movies really had what the Academy would have wanted. On top of this, aside from Up, which in my opinion should have beaten Hurt Locker that year, the years that these movies have been nominated were especially tough, with Beauty and the Beast going up against Silence of the Lambs.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
And Toy Story 3 going up against The King's Speech, and Black Swan, and The Social Network, and Inception. Damn, 2010 was a good year for movies, right? Regardless, Toy Story 3 was the last movie nominated for Best Picture. It's been 11 years. And also, whilst doing my research, how did Spiderverse not get nominated? Green Book won. What the fuck, Green Book? So it seems as if animated movies might never win, right? This is especially because Disney is prioritizing streaming, and a rule is in the Academy that you have to have a theatrical release. I don't know if any other Disney movies are ever going to play in the cinema again, it's kind of hard to say. But I wouldn't say it so fast though. In 2020, Pixar made a little ditty I like to call Soul. And while it never had a theatrical release, the Academy made an exception for this year with coronavirus, and this year alone, that movies released on streaming services will be eligible to be nominated. On top of this movie has been dubbed Pixar's most adult movie yet, but with some darker themes about people's calling, the fragility of life, and the fact that many may waste theirs. Now, I'm not going to go out and say Soul will win Best Picture, but if there's ever going to be a year where an animated movie could win, it very well could be this year. While the Academy last year has proven that they're open to change, it could be animation's time. More recent shows such as Rick and Morty, BoJack Horseman, and F is for Family are proving that an older audience is there for animation. We just need more adult shows and movies. Maybe animation will never in the foreseeable future win Best Picture, maybe it won't ever get legitimized. But I think it's possible. And it just depends on what the Academy thinks. Perhaps it's destined to always be for children, but I think with more people growing and watching these shows, I think maybe in the future we might just get an animated movie win Best Picture. So that's it from me. I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone that subscribed recently. The day before writing this, my subscription base has essentially doubled, which in a single day is just mad. And all the kind comments are sincerely appreciated. I can't stress that enough. But anyways, let me know what you want to see me do next, because I'm only 8 videos in and I'm already out of ideas. Thank you for watching.